Big D Energy on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neal Ruhl. He's D-Mac, Darren McCarty, four-time Stanley Cup champion. Welcome in the third wheel of our show. Joique Bell joining us. He's off for the holiday break. And another special guest as well. He broke off 112 yards against the Arizona Cardinals. He is Craig Reynolds. Couple of running backs here, guys that know the position very well. Craig, appreciate you joining us here on Big D Energy. How's things, man?
Everything's all good. Appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. Happy to have you along.
Real quick, Craig, you know what? I appreciate you taking time out, man. You guys have a lot going on right now, and yeah, you know, you're quickly becoming a fan favorite. I took notice to you on the Broncos game, and then the Arizona kind of sealed the deal for me, so I'm all in on Craig Reynolds. Real quick, I have one question for you real quick. Well, actually, I have quite a few, but we'll start off with this. So when you got the call from the Lions, right, you get to the airport, you are experiencing flight delay after flight delay after flight delay. Did you have any concerns, and were you staying in contact with the team through that time? Like, what was going through your head at that time?
I was mostly in contact with my agent, and he was, kind of letting them know where I was in the process. Yeah, it was a pain, though. I was just I'm flying through Philly, trying to get to the airport. I get there, and the luggage and all that stuff was an issue. And then I think it's like you have 15 minutes to board or something like that before you have to be already boarded or something. I missed it anyway. So then hearing that phone ring, I'm calling him, and he answers. He's like, "Did you make it?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "Dang." So I used to go back to them, and I had to get my flight changed. It was just a hassle. It was a hassle.
Yeah.
Talking with Craig Reynolds here on Big D Energy, Joique Bell, Neal Ruhl, Darren McCarty. And Craig, I got one that's kind of a follow-up to that situation that you're talking about. As you know, as an undrafted guy and a guy that's had to fight, scratch and claw for every single thing he's ever got in the National Football League. What about that? What about that's the hardest thing? Just people that know your story a little bit. Is it harder to stay in shape mentally or physically as you're kind of waiting for the phone to ring, not knowing exactly what's going on? What's tougher?
I'd probably say the mental aspect. Everybody always talks about, stay ready or, control the controllable, which I try to tell myself a lot, but it's harder, to do it than it is to say it. But yeah, just doing that, controlling what I can, and just staying prepared mentally and staying sharp because, it happened in, middle of August or so anything can happen at any moment, and just trying to stay ready.
Craig, I wanted to say not only welcome to the show, but welcome to Detroit. And I'm a big fan because of the way you play. You run hard, bro. Where does that come from, and who did you look up to? Was there certain running backs you looked up to, or you try to emulate their style or take pieces off of?
It kind of... I didn't run. This wasn't really my running style in college. I played a lot of different positions, and I was all over the field. So I kind of developed it throughout the years of just playing and the opportunities, just working on little things with my coaches back at home at Kutztown, my running back coach, Marcel Quarterman, and my receiver coach, Steve Heck. So that's something that just kind of developed. And I'd say a running back that I looked up to growing up, I was a big fan of Arian Foster when he was in Houston coming up through high school. Nice. And I always liked his style. I've watched so much of his tape, his all-22 tape, just little things as I was coming up through college that I wanted to, get better at.
You know what? It's funny you say that. I remember when I was in Philly actually with Deuce Staley. And I have a question for him, but I remember Mike Vick pulled me to the side, and I was on practice squad. I wasn't playing too much. Actually, I wasn't playing at all. And he said, "You know what, Joique, man, you kind of remind me of Arian Foster. You just need your shot." And kind of similar to you just needed your shot, right? And speaking of Deuce Staley, he gave you the nickname Netflix. What was your thoughts on that when he gave that to you? Did you have any prior nicknames prior to that?
No, I didn't have any prior nicknames. I mean, people kind of, move my name around. So like C-Ray, I've been called, but no nicknames like that. Netflix, yeah. When I was called Netflix, it was early on in my time here, so I was just a quiet kid, and I didn't mind. It was just like okay, but and looking back, it is funny. But yeah, me and Deuce have a great relationship. He's a great running back coach. I appreciate him. He's helped me so much ever since I've gotten here. And he's also just a great person to be around.
Talking with Craig. Go ahead.
Netflix, I'm sorry. So
Yep.
Netflix came from because you were quiet and you watch Netflix all the time. How did you get Netflix out of all names?
I mean, I think because he said that I was on the couch, I was just at home pretty much essentially, and then I got the call, and then I just was literally just played in the preseason game the next day. So I'm guessing that.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
it
All right.
was just top of his head, I guess.
Okay, I just
Doug.
wanted the history of it.
Talking with Craig Reynolds here on Big D Energy. So, Craig, you put out a tweet, and fans obviously can follow Craig on his social media platforms as well. You put out a tweet about how you love this team. And the biggest question I'm seeing from the fans that everybody that I've talked to that wants to know about this Lions football team, in this day and age where we've seen things go off the rails for some teams, where maybe the results aren't what the team wants, what the players want, or anything like that, this team seems to be built different than that, where you guys, every single week, no matter what's happened, no matter what obstacles have come out, you guys really do seem to lay it on the line. This team seems to resonate, I think, with the fans here in Detroit. Regardless of the record, what is it about this football team? Why is this football team built different? Is it the Dan Campbell effect, where you guys will go out there and you give 1,010% no matter what? Do you feel that as a player on this team, where no matter what the circumstances are, why are you guys playing so hard every week when some other teams in the league might not be playing as hard as you guys are?
We definitely play for each other, the guys in the locker room and the coaching staff. I mean, they believe in us. We believe in each other. Sometimes things might not come out on our end late in games, or so be it. But, we just come back to work every week and ready, and we're hungry. There is definitely a brotherhood in this locker room. I'd say that for sure. And I go out there and I give it my all for those guys. Especially being on P Squad, they were always, positive energy, stay ready, Craig, and, great support for me. And those guys in there just, like I said in the tweet, man, I love this team. The coaching staff's great. We come out here ready to work week in and week out and just control what we can.
I think that they're talking to Craig Reynolds. Obviously, they call him Netflix. He got hired on his day off. That was
He got hired on his day off. Right?
But my question to you is you personally, as far as goals, and obviously to stick and to be able to be signed, but moving forward, what are we as Lions fans? Neal brought up the point of the foundation that the coach and the atmosphere and the support, but what aren't we seeing as part of this team? And you guys are doing all this, like you said, you got the opportunity to come in because guys were hurt or guys were down. What did you see for this team moving forward? We got 2 games left in this thing. I have this counter that I use, and it's we're at 15 of 34. Right? So my counter is to 2 seasons before the reevaluate. Maybe I'll ask you this. Maybe this is a question, Craig. With 2 games left in this season and a whole next season, give me something positive as a Lions fan why I should buy in to this team, like you say that, even more so than I am now.
We're a group of fighters, man. Like I said, the brotherhood, the camaraderie we have as a locker room and the staff and everybody in the whole building, we're hungry. And we're looking day in and day out to get better and finding the little things and the details of this game that we can hone in on to get better. And we're going to go out there and we're going to attack. We don't care who lines up in front of us. We're gritty. We're tough. We're going to make it our kind of game. We're going to be physical with you. We're going to play 4 quarters of football in all 3 phases.
Love it. I love it. Craig Reynolds, everybody. So Craig, a guy that I want to bring to the table is he was a former coach from the Lions. He was very, very much so influential in my career, in my life. Coached me my rookie year, coached me 4 years on the Lions. My question for you is, his name was Curtis Mockins, which is now the running back coach for the Broncos, but his son, Jack Mockins, is now the coach for the Lions, assistant special team coach. Have you guys interacted at all since you've been there? And has he been beneficial to you and your?
Yeah. We talk all the time. He helps me with special teams after practice, especially early on in the year, just trying to get the lingo down, the terminology, what my job would be. Yeah, love him. He's a great dude. He's helped me out. We go back and we watch film after practice, focus on the little things, like I said before. But yeah, he's a great dude. I love him.
Good. So this kind of a follow-up question to that. So since you've been there, who's been your biggest influence there in the Lions organization?
Biggest influence? I've had so many, and that's the great part about it. So many people have definitely looked out for me, whether it's the strength staff, the trainers, you guys, Deuce. I probably say Deuce. He's the most hands-on with me. We talk day in and day out. He's coaching me, whether it's in the film room, on the field, talking outside of football, life in general. Staying after watching film with him. I definitely say Deuce.
Okay, that's funny, and it's funny because that's my follow-up question. I figured it would be Deuce, right? And our beat writer Corey Wood said that watching you guys in practice, he sees that Deuce is very demanding of you guys, but you gotta respect them. And I can agree with that firsthand. Being with Deuce, he was very influential to me, and this kind of see how important he is to you is kind of like a full turnaround. Right? And so it's pretty dope, man. I'm happy to see everything is going well for you, man. Honestly,
appreciate
road's
that.
Road's not easy for a Division II running back coming in playing with multiple teams, and then so I'm happy to see everything is working out for you.
Appreciate that. It means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Craig, we do appreciate your time, man. Appreciate you stopping by here on Big D Energy. And you got a ton of fans out there, man.
Can I ask one last question?
Yeah, go ahead, D-Mac.
Craig, best part of being a professional football player? And it doesn't have to be on the field.
The best part?
Free food.
What's the best part about being a professional football player?
I'd say probably the relationships you build with your teammates.
Come on, man! Don't tell me that. Tell me like, man, the money. Tell me something that you got to buy. The stuff. I get the relationships. No, trust me, bro. I know that's all that. I'm looking a little deeper. What's cool? Like room service, like the ice cream that you get that you could give the people a little bit more.
All right, I'd say one of the cooler things is when we travel. We get police escorts, so we don't have to wait in traffic after.
Damn, there it is, son. Isn't that cool?
Pretty cool.
And you know what? We had to win Stanley Cups in hockey in order to get the police escorts. So there you go. You got it. Thank you for that, Craig. I like that. Those are the nuggets, baby.
Poor D-Mac.
Yeah.
Poor D-Mac.
NHL getting to no, Craig, we appreciate you stopping by, though, big bro, and continued success, man. Stay hungry, keep doing your thing. We'll talk again soon, man.
Thanks, Craig.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys for having me.
Yeah, Craig, Netflix Reynolds in there. Everybody, that's the guy right there. Joique, appreciate you, hooking that up for sure. Good to talk to Craig.